Hi Virgo, how's everybody doing? Before we get into it, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. So I'm seeing some really interesting unfolding. It seems like you are aware of something and you are going to be, it's on you to make a decision about something that you know. I'm seeing you like have more of a benefit in this situation because whoever you're dealing with doesn't know that you know something, and I don't know if you're even going to feel the need to like call this out with them or say something about it, because you may not actually. You may just move away from something altogether. I'm seeing somebody that you have some history with. I'm looking at a relationship. It's something that you're trying to figure out for yourself right now. But yeah, it seems like someone may even be presenting in a way where they're like, yeah, I'm gonna show up, or I'm gonna be vulnerable, or like I'm in this with you, and it's like, you know that those aren't their intentions even. This is what I'm seeing. It's like, I don't know if you're like giving someone, I'm hearing another go round. You've had an experience with this person in the past that like really showed you this person's true colors. And like you could have gotten back into a situation with them trying to give them the benefit of the doubt, but I'm seeing they're still in that same energy they were before. Yeah, and you know this. But I don't think that, again, like, I don't think that you've called this out with them or, like, said that. So they're not aware that you know. So, yeah, you have an advantage in this situation. Not, like, out of personal gain, but it's more so, like, you know what's going on behind the scenes, and I don't even think you need to explain that to this person. There's a sense of just like, you know, and you trust yourself in that being good enough. You don't need this other person to like validate that for you. You trust yourself. Like, I'm seeing you come out as the high priestess here. The high priestess knows exactly what's going on, but she doesn't need to tell anybody about that because she validates herself, you know? And when we say she, I'm just referring to the pronouns that are visible on the cards. You guys can like flip it, reverse it, do whatever you want to it. The pronouns are just picked at random for the reading. Yeah, something that had been, I'm hearing offshore, something that had been like kind of emotionally confusing to you. I'm seeing you like wading through this. This was a karmic test. It seems like obvious information or like observable information was not presented to you, and you really had to trust your instincts here. Yeah, it's like I'm seeing someone almost like wanting to reach out to you, and you're like gone anyway. It's kind of like somebody showing up to your house, but you don't live there anymore. One of those notions. Like, you may even be telling somebody that, like, they don't have what you're looking for, and so you're not going to stick around for it. And maybe, like, rather than explaining that to them, you're just, like, stating a conclusion and where you are and just moving on. Because it seems like this is not the type of person that you want to get tripped up in an argument with, because, like, they may, like, deliberately be confusing and, like, possibly even manipulative. More so to like swing things their own way or like in their favor if you get into a conversation with them, and it may have you then being like, I went into this knowing what I want and now I feel confused, you know, one of those situations. So you may just like avoid that altogether. Yeah, I'm seeing A full stop here. I'm hearing that you're letting go of this completely. It seems like where you are getting to, transcending this situation through growth and personal evolution. There's a sense of like where you are going, this situation cannot follow you because of how you're expanding. This is something that the cycle of this is going to end, and you're going to keep moving forward. Yeah. I'm seeing you be so much sure of yourself emotionally. Like, this is a big, I'm hearing revolutionary energy when it comes to like how you process what's going on emotionally for you. And it's like in the past, you could have really gotten tripped up by this person like making promises to you and doing all of that, and then you wait around for them to deliver and keep giving them the benefit of the doubt. But it just seems like that's all over now. Like, I'm seeing you come out emotionally in such a different type of energy where you're not going to be manipulated by anyone. Definitely a vibe of like you have changed so much after going through this experience, especially when it comes to like how you're living your emotional truth, and also how you're holding space for yourself and knowing like who you need to protect your energy with, because this is also about knowing that in order for us to be compassionate with people, we also need to have boundaries. And like, especially when we are highly empathetic beings, it's very, very important for us to have boundaries. Otherwise, we fall into a mentality where we feel like people are sucking our energy and they're doing this to us and all of that. And this is about you like taking responsibility for what's going on emotionally for you and creating boundaries, so you're not putting yourself in these situations and allowing these things to be happening. Because as much as we can like be upset or a type of way at people for like not acting how we want them to, we also have a choice whether or not we participate in something. Takes two to tango. And so it just seems like this is something that something that's being understood, that like an evolution was necessary in order for you to get to this place, and realize that at the end of the day something is not being delivered. And so again, you're not going to find what you were looking for here. And it seems like it took a while for you to process that, because maybe you didn't want it to be like that, and so you weren't ready to like hear that or acknowledge that, you know, and now you are. Just, it seems like you're in a more well-adjusted energy as well, because like sometimes when we don't like things that are going on, we can like avoid them or be like, I didn't see that, you know. And so there's a sense of like, in order to really live in your truth and feel like you're present and you know what's going on, and that like you're acting according to like what's happening and all of that, and just like moving with the moment, there was a big sense of acceptance needed for sure. Maybe you too felt like when you were first dealing with this person, they may have had some type of psychological advantage over you, which is like an interesting concept. But I'm seeing that with the Scorpio energy popping out here, because this can be like psychologically something going on, but someone that has malintent, it's like they may have like psychologically manipulated you in some way, that like because you hadn't experienced this type of thing, like you didn't know how to defend yourself against this. And I'm seeing that that's definitely what part of this has taught you as well. And I mean, this doesn't have to be like a single person that you were dating, although for some of you I am seeing that's the situation. This can be like a company or something that was going on at work for you. For some of you, this can be a coworker that was doing this, with the King of Pentacles out here. Like some type of masculine figure even. But somebody that would have like used emotions in a way to like try to manipulate you, but also there was definitely a psychological component the way that the death card is popping out here. Like, this is just somebody very much in the shadow, especially with their Pluto energy. And it seems better to walk away from this altogether, because I don't think they're changing anytime soon. Like, they're not intending to right now. It seems like they feel like whatever they have going on is working for them, and your best bet is to step out, Virgo. What's really interesting too is that like you're coming out as the Queen of Cups here, which is like in a very watery energy, and if anyone to me is like kind of opposite of your energy, I feel like it would be the Queen of Cups. So it seems like this could have hit you in a really sensitive place, and like one that was very unguarded, because I do feel like this is what goes on beneath, but I feel like because archetypally Virgos are so like rational and analytical and like thoughtful and assessing things and very detail oriented and all of that, there's a sense of like this hit you in a place that was very unexpected to you, and it's like something that's very deeply close to you, and again it's like a place that maybe you hadn't developed like I'm hearing guard, like you didn't have a guard for it, or you didn't have like walls up in this way, and so you were like penetrated very easily, like in this situation, like psychologically, emotionally, and yeah, that's what I'm seeing here. You probably have a Pluto contact with this person, or like they could have Pluto sitting in your 12th house or something like that within your synastry, if any of you guys are into that. Yeah, for some of you, if this is like a work setting or a coworker, somebody could have not been treating you fairly, and it's like they have some sort of issue with you, and they think that like being sly with you or sneaky in some sort of way is like putting you at some sort of disadvantage, but they're definitely salty about something that happened. Or if this is if this is a company for you, it's like maybe you feel like someone isn't paying you for your time and your energy and what you're doing, and you feel like there's some type of malintent here. Even for some of you specifically, this feels like a coworker, but it's not like a peer necessarily. It may be like a manager or somebody a little bit higher than you, and they're definitely like messing with you in some type of way. It's like they're being the opposite of generous with you, and they also have like some strange intention of, I don't know, just like not being transparent, not being supportive and helpful to you. Maybe you also didn't give them something that they wanted, and now they're being reactive. Seems like this person has like something deeply going on with them. I wouldn't necessarily try to address this with them. It seems like very much a lack of insight. Like this is somebody that we're like really going in here into this like person's energy. This is somebody that if they don't get something that they want, they kind of become like a terror. I'm seeing something like that unfolding here with this person's energy. There's a word. It's like when somebody be a tyrant. Like this is the type of energy that I'm getting from this person. They wouldn't tell you this, but it seems like you may have hurt their feelings, definitely hit their ego in some type of way with something that you did or you didn't do. And it's like their response, you may feel like it's very much very much like escalated. It's like you would expect them maybe to like have hurt feelings about something, or like not like the way something went or whatever, but to respond to this in like maybe an emotionally mature way. However, this person is like on 100 with the way that they responded to you. Like I'm seeing that like definitely something happened where like they feel triggered ego wise by like something that you did, or again didn't do, that they wanted from you. But yeah, no, this, for some of you, you may be like, well, what did I do? Or like, why is this person responding to me specifically in that way? They do this in their whole life. This is not just you. So know that too. This is like a common occurrence for this person, like reacting to things when it doesn't go their way. Or when they feel like threatened or denied, stuff like that. For some of you, this could have been a past experience that you had with someone. Hearing from someone from the past. For some of you, it's just that you've known this person for a long time. Like, this is no stranger to you, this person. Yeah, somebody's hung up on something that happened in the past, and I don't know, it seems like there's going to be some type of blowout, potentially even. Like, I'm seeing they're not going to be able to continue with whatever behavior this is. Like, you could have even tried to talk to them about this or address it, potentially, a few of you, and this person, like, wants to be mad. So I'm getting that the main point of this energetically, like, that your guides want you to know, is that this is not just on you, the way that this person is responding. We are all responsible for the ways that we respond to situations, the ways that we react to situations. And the way that you feel, that's on you. The way that this other person feels, that's on them. And we don't put that on other people. Well, some of us do, but it's not other people's responsibility to manage your emotions for you. And so don't feel responsible for managing this person's emotional response just because they're having big feelings and not responding well to a situation, you know, or appropriately or respectfully. So yeah. Don't take this personally, simply put. I'm hearing that they've done this before. I'm hearing he's done this before, actually. So whoever this person is that you're dealing with, you being as compassionate as you can for this situation. Again, I think it's very important when we're in a difficult situation with someone, the more personally we take it, the harder it is for us to have compassion for the way somebody behaves. The more we understand that how someone responds is a reflection of them and not a reflection of us, it allows us then to be like, okay, I see what's going on here. Because you're not taking it personally anymore, and your ego doesn't feel any way about it because it's not being threatened. So something to remind yourself of, because even though you may feel like you being like compassionate or empathetic got you into this situation in the first place, you're being guided to like use this to your advantage now and use it as a strength rather than closing your heart chakra. You're meant to like go through an evolutionary process right now, psychologically, emotionally speaking. So this is meant to change the part of you that again like brought you into this situation. So you are I forget what the word is. It's like when like metal gets reinforced, forged. This is meant to be like a forging process for you. Yeah. So it's something that you're going to walk away from and feel super empowered emotionally. Feeling empowered is also not something where it's like, it's not just a 1-2 step and then it's over. There's a sense of like, you have to go through the whole evolutionary process in order to get to that place. But that is where you're heading, and absolutely what this lesson is encouraging you to go through. So don't get weighed down by the past. Don't get caught up in a sense of like things that you can't change anymore. This is about like seeing what's going on here and moving forward and taking care of yourself. Because you may too be like waiting on this person to apologize to you in some sort of way, or come through and do whatever. And I'm not seeing that happen if that's what you're waiting on. Yeah, it seems like you may be waiting on something. If this person ends up coming through and saying something to you, it is not going to be anytime in the near future. Because they have a whole process to be going through first. All right. I'm looking at just Scorpio here. And you on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, it seems like this is something that you're working out on your own right now, and like really sorting through how you feel too, and just like bringing it into the front of your brain so you can work with it and process everything that's going on. Because I'm seeing you walk out of this process and feel like you're kind of back in your own energy, and maybe this was something too that threw you off, as I said before, like seeing the prominence of the Queen of Cups here. It's like maybe you feel like you've been working with a different type of energy than usual. But it seems like as you work through this, you kind of come out in a place where you're going to feel like back to your usual energy and feel comfortable within that. It just seems like it's really important that you process this emotionally in order for you to like get to the place where you're being guided into. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.